It is 11:15 p.m. on a Tuesday in Burlington, Ontario. Or maybe it's Calgary. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the blue light hitting your face. You've just finished a day of doing everything right. You navigated the 401 traffic, you sat through the Zoom calls, you helped with the math homework, and now finally the house is quiet. You're exhausted, but you're not sleeping. Instead you're scrolling. And as you scroll through the endless noise of social media, you see it. An ad promising that you can earn real money just by playing games on your phone. Specifically missed play. You've seen the ads 100 times. They feature people looking shocked at their PayPal balances, claiming they made hundreds of dollars while sitting on their couch. Normally you'd ignore it. But tonight, that mental math is running in the back of your mind again. The carbon tax just went up. Your mortgage renewal is looming like a dark cloud on the horizon. Everything in Canada feels 20% more expensive than it did 6 months ago. And you start to wonder, is there actually a leak in the system I'm missing? Or is this just another digital mirage designed to harvest my time? Tonight, we aren't going to look at the marketing hype. We're going to look at the data. I spent the last 30 days testing the most popular gaming earning app in Canada to see if it's a legitimate financial tool or a high-tech waste of time. My name is Nick, and today we're going to find out if you can actually play your way into a better financial trajectory, or if the math simply doesn't add up. Before we look at the results, we need to establish a framework. This video is not a gaming review. It is a data-driven reality check. In 2026, the middle-class trap has become more sophisticated. We are living in an era where our attention is the world's most valuable commodity, and companies are desperate to buy it. The window I always talk about, the time we have to secure our financial future, is closing. Every hour you spend on your phone is an hour that is either building your fortress or draining your reservoir. If you are going to give an app like Misplay your time, you need to know the exact hourly rate you are earning. Because in the world of finance, the math doesn't care about your feelings, and it certainly doesn't care about your high score. It only cares about the. To understand the impact of these apps, I want to introduce you to Dave. Dave is 42, lives in a suburb outside of Ottawa, and earns $92,000 a year. By Canadian standards, Dave is doing well. But Dave has a secret. After the mortgage, the RESP contributions for his 2 kids, and the grocery bill that seems to double every year, Dave has exactly $310 of fun money left at the end of the month. Dave is what I call comfortably stagnant. He isn't in a crisis, but he isn't moving forward. Like many of you, Dave spends about 90 minutes a night playing mobile games to decompress. He thinks it's harmless. But Dave is about to learn that those 90 minutes are an asset. He decides to download Misplay, thinking he can use his dead time to pay for his Spotify premium or maybe a few rounds of golf. That he's not looking for a miracle. He just wants to know if he's being a good steward of his idle time. We're going to follow Dave's 30-day experiment and compare it to the brutal reality of the Canadian economy in 2026. Let's look at the first benchmark, the value of idle time. I tracked every minute spent on Misplay. The app works on a loyalty system. You play partner games, you earn units, and you trade those units for gift cards or PayPal USD. On paper it sounds simple. But let's look at the math. In my testing as a Tier 1 Canadian user, it took approximately 2 hours of gameplay to earn enough units for a $5 gift card. That puts the earnings at roughly $2.50 per hour. Now before you say, that's nothing, let's look at Dave. Dave was already playing games for 90 minutes a night for free. By switching to Misplay partnered games, Dave is now earning $3.75 a night. Over a month, that is $112.50. Here is where the penalty of delay comes in. If Dave takes that $112.50 and spends it on coffee, it disappears. But if Dave treats that $112.50 as an investment seed, placing it into a tax-free savings account, TFSA, tracking the S&P 500 at an 8% historical return, that gaming money becomes $167,000 over 30 years. The math is brutal because it reveals the cost of your harmless habits. If Dave plays for free, he loses $167,000 in future wealth. If he plays and spends, he loses $167,000 in future wealth. The only way the app becomes a financial tool is if the earnings are diverted into a compounding asset. However, we must address the opportunity cost. If Dave used those 90 minutes to upskill or manage a side business, his hourly rate might be $50. By choosing to play, he is accepting a voluntary pay cut of $47.50 an hour. Missed play isn't making you money, it is merely subsidizing your distractions. Now, we need to discuss something that 99% of people ignore when they click except on these apps. We call it the quiet disaster. Why is Misplay willing to pay you $2.50 an hour to play a game? It's not because they like you. It's because in 2026, your behavioral data is more valuable than oil. Misplay is an arbitrage engine. They are tracking how long you play, how much you're willing to spend on in-app purchases, and what types of psychological triggers keep you hooked. They are selling your habit profile to developers. The real quiet disaster for Dave isn't just the low hourly rate. It's the fact that he is allowing an algorithm to study his weaknesses. If Dave has a spending leak in his personality, Misplay's partners will find it. Furthermore, many Canadians forget about the tax implications. In 2026, the CRA, Canada Revenue Agency, has become significantly more aggressive in tracking digital payouts. If you're pulling $1,000 a year from various earning apps, that is taxable income. If you don't track it, you aren't earning $2.50 an hour, you're creating a future legal headache that could cost you 5 times what you made. There is a common myth that active earning is better than passive earning because you feel like you're in control. People tell me, "Nick, I'd rather play a game for $2 than let an app track my internet for 50 cents. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of wealth. Active earning apps like Misplay require your most finite resource, focus. Once you spend that focus, it's gone. You can't use it to read a book, talk to your spouse, or plan your estate. The counterintuitive truth is that for a middle-class Canadian in their 40s, Misplay is actually a regressive tax on time. If you are already wealthy, $2 an hour is a rounding error. If you are struggling, $2 an hour feels like a lifeline, so you spend more time on the app, which prevents you from doing the high-value work that would actually solve your problem. It is a poverty trap disguised as a fun reward. We are left with 2 versions of Dave at the end of the month. Path A: Dave continues to play his games. He likes the ding of the units. He earns $100 a month, spends it on Amazon, and feels like he's winning. But 10 years from now, Dave is still floating Dave. His mortgage has renewed at a higher rate, his kids are in university, and his retirement account is still a Honda Accord balance. He traded 5,000 hours of his life for $12,000 in gift cards that are now landfill. Path B: Dave sees the Misplay experiment for what it is, a subsidized distraction. He realizes that if he has 90 minutes a day to give to an app, he has 90 minutes to fix his life. He stops playing for pennies and starts planning for thousands. He uninstalls the app, logs into his TFSA, and automates a $100 contribution from his paycheck instead. He realizes that the best way to earn money while gaming is to not game at all and instead own the companies that make the games. The difference between these 2 Daves isn't intelligence. It's the ability to look at a $5 PayPal notification and see it for what it truly is, a distraction from the $1 million window that is slowly closing. Misplay is legitimate. Pays. But just because something pays doesn't mean you should buy it with your life. Stay smart. Stay abnormal.